Hey folks, I'm Joel with Power Stance Import Export. We specialize in importing and most importantly selling Land Rover Defenders. All right, we also specialize or dabble in other makes and models like the Land Rover Discovery, Toyota Hilux, Land Cruiser. We even had a Mitsubishi Pajero and an Isuzu Trooper diesel. We like anything 4x4 diesel that you can't get here in the United States. So if that interests you, check out our Facebook page, Instagram, the YouTube channel, or even the eBay store at Power Stance Import Export, or you can call us at the number listed here anytime. Speak directly to me if you have any questions about these vehicles. Now, both of these vehicles are for sale, and when I say both, I mean only the Td5, because the TDI sold just yesterday. All right, folks, they go quick, so grab them while you can. In today's video, we're going to be comparing head-to-head the 300 TDI versus the very new to me Td5. All right, the tried and true 300 TDI has 4 cylinders, mechanical injection, and the Td5 has 5 cylinders, electronic injection. Both are 2.5 liters, but the electronic injection gives you the ability to tune the engine. It's a little bit more complex, but also you get more horsepower versus the mechanical injection, which is less complex, easier to maintain in the field, which is why the military stuck with the 300 TDI when they put the engines in their Wolf division. All right, so we're going to be doing a 0 to 60 test, and we all know who's going to win that one, hands down. But we're also going to be doing a fuel efficiency test, and I'm rooting for the TDI. And the Td5 might be a little bit more thirsty because, as we all know, with great horsepower comes great responsibility and greater fuel consumption. But with a computerized injection system, it might burn the fuel more efficiently, so it could be pretty close. All right, so we're going to be doing a sound test as well, and maybe even take them on a scale to see which one weighs more. Who knows, if we have time. All right, so stick around for some great content, and we'll see you on the flippy side. Okay, so let's take a look under the bonnets. We don't need to take a look at the body exterior because they are both identical. They're both going to look exactly identical. The only thing that's going to distinguish the two are the Td5 badges versus the TDI. Other than that, they look exactly the same on the exterior. So 300 TDI, all right, again, easy to maintain. All right, here's your water pump right here. Here's your turbo. There's your starter, and if you're a decent mechanic, you can get that starter in and out in about 10 minutes. All right, no problemo. Your ejection pump is right there. Your air filter, that's the only thing that's a little more difficult because it's a little fiddly to open that air filter and get the filter out and whatever. And you have to unscrew the thing, and then you got to unscrew the filter, and then, you know, a little harder than the Td5, but your injectors are right there. So timing belt right there. Very easy to work on. You still have to take the radiator out of the way to get the timing belt done. It's just like the Td5, but we're not really counting that because that's like once every 60,000 miles. But for regular maintenance, they're both about the same. Oil changes, radiator flushes, they're all going to be the same. But Td5, it does have this nice sound deadening piece of plastic, and it looks nice. It just covers everything up. But again, it covers everything up. To get at the injectors, to get at your serpentine belt, to get at your timing belt. All right, I'll be the first to admit when I've made a mistake. There is no timing belt on the Td5. There is actually a timing chain, which is awesome because timing chains usually last the life of the engine, whereas a timing belt needs to be replaced, and in the TDI, it's every 60,000 miles or so. So actually score one more point for the Td5. All right, back to the video. You got to remove these plastic covers, and then the starter is way back in there. Pretty big job to get the starter out of these. Air filter, very easy though. Unclip it, and it's got the square style air filter that you just plop right in versus the tube style air filter and the TDI. All right, and then another cool thing about the Td5 is look at the size of these motor mounts. Very big, beefy motor mounts, and this thing does not shake or rattle. It's a very smooth engine versus the TDI, which is a little bit rattly. It's more like a tractor, more industrial, but both of them are absolute gems. Let's take them out, drive them around, see what they do. Okay, so we're just gonna fill each one up until the pump clicks once. gotta push the button first. There we go. Alright, so we only took 3 gallons to fill up because it was already pretty full. Pump click one time, so we'll go drive our loop and then come back and fill up. Okay, so we just filled up 2.62 gallons and we went, I believe that is 75 miles, not 85 miles. And folks, that's 28 miles per gallon. All right, not too shabby. And if it's 85 miles, it was like 30 something miles per gallon, but I think that's 75 miles. I'll have to double check when I do the lap on the Td5. Okay, so just filled up the Td5 at the exact same pump, number 16. Topped her off at 5.9 gallons. Let's go see how she does. And we're gonna put the full cap back on. Okay, moment of truth here, folks. The TDI did this 80-mile loop in 2.6 gallons, which is an astounding 31 miles per gallon. And the TD5, we just did 3.2 gallons, so the TDI smashed it. The TD5 did pretty well, though. It got close to 26 miles per gallon at an 80-mile loop, but hands down, the TDI wins fuel efficiency test. All right, folks, the moment I've been waiting for. The drag race between the 300 TDI and the TD5. Once we get some clear traffic here. All right, we're ready. Smoking it. He's way back there. All right, here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. There we go. You even got a wheel spin on that. All right, run it back. Setting up for another run here. Drive up on the scales here and see how much she weighs. Ooh, 3,960 pounds. All right. All right, so let's weigh the Td5. The TDI came in at around 3,900 pounds and change. So let's see what we got here. Whoa, quite a bit heavier. 40. All right, so another point for the 300 TDI, if we are keeping score, and of course we are, is the low end torque. All right, so there's first gear. This thing will start off in second gear, no problem. We're gonna put it in second gear. There it goes, no problem. It's got a ton of low end torque. The engine just said, yeah, whatever, start in second gear. Now we'll try third gear. The engine's like, I don't like it, but I can do it. No problem. That was third gear. A little bit of shudder, all right? If you try that in the Td5, struggles a little bit more. You definitely have to put it in second gear around corners. In the TDI, you can put it in third gear around corners when you're turning right. Makes for a little bit more comfortable driving, not so much high RPMs all the time, and definitely great for off-road. Let's try fourth gear, just for giggles. That's reverse. All right, that's fourth gear. We're going. Yeah, it works. Very good. All right, folks, so the consensus is, number one, I really enjoyed making this video because I myself wanted to know these stats as well. And number two, it's always a great time when one of your best, oldest buddies comes by to help you out with the drag race. So thanks, Ryan, appreciate it. All right, so let's get down to the actual numbers, okay? Weighing in at 4,300 pounds, the Td5 is about 400 pounds heavier than the TDI at 3,900 pounds. So score 1 to the TDI for that, for sure. Miles per gallon, we did an 80-mile loop. The Td5 did a respectable 26 miles per gallon. The TDI did an astounding 31 miles per gallon, which is why I got into this business, because I wanted to import fuel-efficient turbo diesel 4x4 vehicles, and 31 miles per gallon. You can't get anything like that in the United States. So score 2 points for the TDI. Acceleration, Td5 hands down wins that. Cruisability on the highway, 75, 80 miles per hour, no problem. So 0.1 Td5. Sound of the engine definitely goes to the Td5 as well. So 2 points there as well. And overall, my opinion, because I like horsepower and I like speed and acceleration and sound of engine, I would pick the Td5 over the TDI most of the time. But if you're looking for reliability, ease of maintenance, just general cheaper parts as well, the TDI is the way to go. Td5 is for gearheads that like technology, they like tunability, they like horsepower, and have something a little bit different than what everybody else has. So both of them have their benefits. Myself going with the Td5.